All right. So there is one big reason why most contractors fail when they're working with a marketer, a marketing company, or even some of the big lead vendors out there in the space. And we have a huge announcement today that is literally going to fix this for the entire industry. So I'm super pumped. Before we dive in, I got my man Nick here, member of the team here. Most of you guys probably haven't met you, bro. You want to introduce yourself real quick, kind of what you do here as part of the team?
Yeah, 100%. So I'm one of the marketing coaches on the team here. Pretty much my sole purpose is to communicate with the back end team just to make sure the ads are running 100% efficiently, like a well-oiled machine, and also communicating with clients on a case-by-case basis just to make sure that all their needs are being met, whether the advertising sector of it or what have you. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick's pretty humble, and we'll dive in more of like the role he's playing in this big announcement. So I'm super pumped to dive into that. But why do most people fail with marketers or lead sources? Most of the time, it's not actually the marketer or the lead source. And that's a bold statement. I'm going to have some people fired up and angry about that. But here's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. There are good lead sources and bad lead sources, right? Not all lead sources were created equal. I don't care what any marketing guru says. It's not true, right? But the sole reason most people don't succeed with a marketing or lead service is not because that lead service is bad, but most of the time it's because they don't know how to use it properly, right? Great example of this. Everybody loves to hate on HomeAdvisor. I'm probably the only marketer in this space that will say HomeAdvisor works, because I used to work for a remodeling company where I set appointments and I've called thousands and thousands of HomeAdvisor leads. And eventually I was managing all their marketing. So I saw the numbers. We spent a little over 10 grand a month on HomeAdvisor, around 10, 12% cost of marketing. Not the most amazing lead source. It wasn't the most profitable in that company, but very successful lead source. Why was it successful for our company and all these other contractors love to hate on it? Because we knew how to use it, right? That's the key here. Okay. And just a couple like references on that. I'm sure you guys have seen all the client spotlight interviews where people are saying like, yeah, I was able to get with Eric and get some like kind of hands-on coaching in the field and learn how to use this system correctly and really make it successful. Right. But like great example, like Nick, I mean, we were talking to Jason the other day. Yep.
Yeah.
Couple little tips we gave him, just a little sales process, couple little adjustments, like boom, within the week, he closed like a $60,000 job or something like that. Crazy. Right. We've had story after story after story of this. So big announcement is starting next week. If you haven't heard this announcement yet already, as a client of ours, it's coming. We're sending out an official email soon, but starting next week on Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I am going to be hosting a coaching call where you can come and ask me anything not marketing related. Right. So anything outside of the marketing realm of it, right? If it's marketing and it's specifically to your ads and your system, that's a different conversation. We're going to have a big group Zoom call with all of our clients where you can jump on and ask me questions about sales, right? Just like Jason did, about appointment setting, about hiring, about company culture, all these things I'm already helping clients with, which is why you see such a high success rate as compared to maybe some of the other marketers and stuff like that in the space, right? Like I've had a client ask me before, to restructure their company and their leadership team because they thought I would help with it and they thought I'd be helpful with it, right? Because we've seen so much from the local one-man shop, right? That's just getting off the ground, brand new company, to, the franchise owners that own 5 Rebath locations and each location does a few $1 million a year. Like we've seen all of it. And then obviously you have my hands-on experience working for a pretty big remodeling company. So we've seen a lot of it, what works, doesn't work from the different connections I know in the space, right? And people I've networked with that I'm lucky enough to call some of my friends now, right? And we realize we're helping clients with this so much already. So let's create a dedicated place for it. So yeah, big announcement. I don't know, anything you want to add to that, Nick?
No, nothing at all. It's just going to be an absolute game changer. And even the time that I've spent here, it seems like every day, day in and day out, you're getting berated with those questions. Berated is a negative word, but you know what I mean. Somebody's always calling up, trying to go through their sales process and just to make sure everything's so finite. So to have that space Tuesdays and Thursdays can be an absolute game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always say like, we're really, really lucky. Like we have amazing clients that exactly just, they want to be the best at what they do. Right. We've had clients come in that are like very, very green and very new to business, but like they want to be the best and they reach out and they ask a bunch of questions and they learn. And again, that's why you see the success rate you do. Right. And I realized like some of the questions, we're answering the same questions over and over again. And obviously, as the company grows, I only have so much time. So we're creating a dedicated time and place for it where, like, hey, I got this questioning unmarketing related. I can jump on with, other painting companies, other remodeling companies that maybe are ahead, behind me, have dealt with different problems, et cetera. And I can hear the questions they're asking and ask the questions I have and get answers, boom, real time that same week, immediately, and make the system successful, right? Because again, the reason, if you've tried other marketing stuff before and you haven't succeeded with it, more than likely, the reason that was the case was because you didn't know how to make that system successful, because you didn't have somebody hold you by the hand and say, look, I've had this system successful before. This is how it works. This is what you need to do. This is how it works, right? Like on those coaching calls, you're struggling with the appointment setting process, I'll call your leads for you. Right. I've done that for clients before. I've set appointments for them. Like I have called my own leads before for our own remodeling company. When I briefly did that with my brother for the remodeling company I used to work for, like we've been there and we've done that. And the reason you haven't succeeded before with maybe other marketing stuff is you didn't have that coach in the field to help you through those little things that come up. Right.
100%.
And now it's here.
Yep. 100%. Thursdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 Eastern Standard Time to 3 p.m. So any questions that you guys do have in terms of that process, be there or be nowhere, right?
Exactly. Yes. Of course, by the way, this is going to be out on all social platforms, but this is obviously for only our private clients that are using our system. Obviously, if you're interested in working with us, you're trying to grow the company, right? You need help with any of this stuff, reach out, myself or the team will get back to you. But big announcement. This is what I mean when I say we are revolutionizing the way contractors land jobs. It's a big mission, but we are well on our way. So that's the big announcement. Again, remember the reason you haven't succeeded with marketing and stuff in the past. If you had a bad experience, if you're sitting there saying you've been burned, more than likely it wasn't the marketer. You just didn't have the resources you needed to be successful. But now you have a place where you will. So there's no excuse. Your company isn't where you want it to be. That's all I got. Nick, you got anything else for him?
That's going to be it for me, my man, as well. I guess signing off right now would be appropriate.
Yes, we will. We'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate y'all.
See you guys.